show. It's time to rock and roll. Let your presence grow. We're dialing up the energy, giving it our all. Get ready for the ride. We're about to make the call. Get loud, be seen. It's time to take the stage. Unlock your potential. Let the world engage. Get loud, be seen. We're breaking through the noise. With every rhythm, roll, we'll rise and rejoice. Get loud, be seen. It's time to take the stage. Unlock your potential. Let the world engage. Get loud, be seen. We're breaking through the noise. With every rhythm, roll.
Monday, Monday, Monday.
It is Monday. It's Monday. And you know how we roll on
Let's
Mondays.
get ready to mumble. Oh, wait, no,
Said
let's
mumble?
articulate.
You said mumble. I wasn't expecting that. We can mumble. But yeah.
It's all good.
Him, yeah.
Well, welcome to another episode of Hit Pound, Give Me a Scene.
And right.
Let's do that better, Carl. Start us
Welcome.
off.
Start us off. Welcome to another edition of Get Found
And be seen.
and Be Seen. Yes. Co-host Carl Allen and Monty Armstrong, and we are coming at you on a Monty Monday. See, I had to say Monty Monday.
And that's
Keep doing
not just this particular Monday. That's every Monday.
Every Monday. That's right. It's great to be here. Hope you had a great weekend, Monty.
I did indeed. I spent some time with my grandson. You can't beat that. How about your weekend?
Timeless. It was good. It was busy. I had a performance, and that was pretty cool. And came right back, in and out, and spent some time with the family. And a good friend of ours' son, we hung out with him, and we hung out, played basketball, and
Shot
kicked
and
it.
hoop.
And in between that, I got a chance to recover from performing. Interesting. It worked out.
Awesome.
Yeah. So today, we're talking about niches versus specialization. Wherever you're from or wherever you are in the world, you might say niche, or you might say niche, or you might say niche. Same thing.
It's the same thing. It's all that different people have different pronunciations. But if you want to say that nifty little rhyme about riches in the niches, you gotta say niche. Because it just doesn't sound quite right when you say riches in the niches.
Reese's Pieces.
That makes me think of the old comic book Richie Rich. Boy,
that was a cool show. I used to love that show. That's not old. That's timeless. That's what it is.
That's right. That's what you were saying.
Timeless.
Indeed. Timeless.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, that's
specialization cool and niche definition.
Yes.
That is awesome. I love that. I love comparing two words.
Yeah.
Especially words that sometimes, like these words, aren't necessarily interchanged incorrectly.
Right.
Like effective and efficient, but they're still awesome words to compare.
You know what? I've come to appreciate them more.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Recently, the whole specialization thing came to light to me, and it was a big aha moment. Mm-hmm. Really big aha moment where I was struggling over the concept of the whole niche thing. And it's hard to narrow down to that niche that everybody describes and that you can actually find evidence of, like big name companies are doing that.
Yeah.
And you can go to landing pages and see, they got a landing page that talks all about this thing. And most people just disregard it. It's not even because it's not for you. It's for somebody else.
Right.
Boy, it's hard. I was struggling over that. And then the whole specialization thing was revealed. And although it's interesting how that was revealed to me in a niches. No, it's all about this. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't let go of this other concept that is being used and is valid and important in its own right. So
Right.
the balance.
Balance. Woo wee. That's a great, that is such a fitting word in today's society. Balance is so important. And even in this context,
Yeah.
you
And
know,
balance again is one of those amorphous words. Sometimes it's a balance on a scale. Sometimes it's a balance of components in a recipe.
right.
Sometimes the balance is equal. Sometimes the balance is 90-10.
Huh. Good luck with that, right? But it's true.
Well, there's just certain things I need to
Right.
have. I need to balance my diet. Okay, well, I would love to have more of this thing, more bacon, cured bacon. It's got so much salt, but you know what? I can't. But I can't go to zero. I just can't.
Yeah.
10%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And and I think it's really powerful to hear your story too. With it's like that you went through a struggle with both sides, and then you heard either extreme, right? And then you came to the conclusion where you needed to have a balance. Am I right by saying that?
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
right. Yep.
Monty, I feel the same way. Feel the same way. I don't know if it's because of my background as an artist. The specialization part of it, it definitely resonated with me. But the niche part is like I there's a flexibility where I can have multiple if I choose to at certain points. You know what I mean? And I have the freedom to navigate. And and I'm not sure if it's like this for you. It seemed like it was, but help me if I'm wrong with this. But it's like for me, it's what I valued. And that's why I needed to come to the balance because I value the balance of it as opposed to one or the other. And I walk away and saying, why am I so frustrated that this isn't working for me? You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
know why. I don't value it.
I don't always define the feeling. Sometimes I just know I'm struggling.
Hmm.
And if sometimes you have to define things down that deep. Other times you can just kind of play around and figure out, hey, I'm feeling like this isn't working and I'm struggling. But if I go over
Right.
here and I start doing some of this, I don't have that feeling.
Yeah.
So there's just ways of testing without going too deep, without psychoanalyzing too much on too much.
Right.
Balance.
Balance. Balance. Well, it's interesting you say that because even with our audience with the show, we're going to have people who are either way or a combination. So it's very fitting. We come from different perspectives, but there's that balance, like you mentioned. So, wow, how fitting.
Right. Well, I think
Yeah.
sometimes it'll also be who they became in contact with and which tactics they had learned. So for me, it was I hadn't heard about specialization in a way that was like, oh, here's this defined thing that you can apply a framework to, or it's a framework that you can apply yourself to.
Right.
All I did is the niches, and so now it's like,
Yeah.
oh, here's the other framework.
Yeah.
And at first, it was that concept of, oh, I need to jump ship and get on this one. And it's like, hey, how about I just build my own ship instead?
Ooh.
Take the stuff I like out of here and take the stuff I like out of here and combine it together in a way that suits me so that I'm not, because if I jump ship and come over here, now I'm struggling in a different way.
Right. Right.
So we're talking about these two
Interesting.
ships. Let's define those two ships.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Let's start with what the niches. What is a niche? I mean, if you're reading a fantasy novel, it's going to be this little crevice type thing that maybe somebody shoved a magic sword into or something. But
I never heard of that. I might have seen it though.
well, there you go. There's a niche is a little place. It's a little crevice, a little slice out of something. So there's that niche in an audience. It's just a little crevice, a little portion of.
Nice. I like that. I like the way you describe that. I also read in a blog like it's like you think about it being in an ocean, and then it's a certain segment of the ocean.
Yep.
It could be a small part. It could be too small, or then you hear about the expression that people would say too. I read it in Russell Brunson's book, but the red ocean and the blue ocean. There's a book even that's talking about that too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the analogy with the pond. You have the ocean and ponds. But what's interesting, if we think about the ocean and the world and marketing, that's what it was like. And that's why, because your reach was so limited, that you needed to blast out to everybody within range. Because the niche in the ocean it's not like, well, it's on the south side of Hawaii. It's right over there. It's 1 mile long, 200 feet wide.
Yeah.
No, there's one person over here, and 5 miles away, there's two more over there. And then there are 15 miles, there's another person, because you got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of square miles.
Yeah.
But the internet has allowed us to speak to them as if they were in one location and we were using a megaphone and reaching them instead of just everybody.
Right. Which
But
I
the
love.
problem is that that's only half the battle. You got to be able to speak to those people in a way that they receive the message.
Right.
Because you've identified an audience doesn't mean they're going to listen to you.
Ain't that the truth?
So the niches are specific people. It's about them. A niche is about them.
Yeah.
You're defining them, who they are, where they're at, what they like, where they hang out, how long they're there, what they click on. Them. Which is what's so powerful, because they don't care about you. At least not yet.
Right. Right. They got to get that trust.
Right.
Then no,
And
like.
you need to be in that mode too at first. It needs to be all about them.
Right.
So that's why niches just naturally seem logical.
Right.
Although we still naturally resist them. Speak to everybody.
Right. Yeah. It's for a good amount of people. Some people don't. They won't resist, but some, it's there's still a resistance.
I mean, I shouldn't say everybody resists. No, but there's the people I'm talking to, the people that feel like me.
Yeah.
They're the ones going, but if I say that, then I'm not helping these other people. It's a hard concept. It's a hard concept.
It is difficult, and it takes some getting used to. But it's good to. But one thing I like to say is it's good to know. If you know where you're at, and then you can do something about it. Whether you go in that direction or is there a third alternative that you could find. But being educated about it, it's helpful.
Again, crafting the message.
Right.
If you want to craft a compelling message, then you need to know that. Right. So there's that. It's super important.
Yeah.
But it seems so limiting.
That's the struggle.
Which is where the specialization comes in. As the alternative, the other ship, the other boat.
Yeah.
Jump on board. Forget about specific niches of people. It's all about you. Which isn't necessarily bad. It's all about your specialization, what you can offer, what you can provide, solve, the value you have.
Right.
So it's not limited to, so if you have, I can solve this problem. Here's the example that was given to me was handstands. This person became famous teaching people how to do handstands. So his specialization was he could teach people how to do handstands. Not dogs, not giraffes, not elephants, people. Who? Like married women over 40 with 2 kids, earning about $40,000 a year? No. Well, yeah. But, her husband and her kids and her aunt and her coworkers and her boss. And, it's like, I don't care who they are. Do they have 2 arms? I can teach them to do a handstand.
Right.
That's the specialization side of things. It's like, so now he's not worrying about who do I talk to. He's so specialized. I talk to anyone that wants to do a handstand.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. However, let me say one more point. And I'm going to give you the floor because I've been
rambling
on. But that's almost like an incomplete thought.
You don't want it incomplete.
Because here it is. I'll teach anybody to do a handstand, but wouldn't you be able to talk to that over 40s, used to be a cheerleader, wants to go to her high school reunion? Wouldn't you be able to talk to that person out just to find those things about? Now you want to do a handstand because you want to be able to show up that you can still do the cheerleading stuff in front of your old classmates, at your 30th high school reunion. So again, that's what brought me to the balance.
Oh no, yeah, the balance. There it is. There it is. I mean, that's the ultimate. Well, we'll get to that towards the end of our time today, but that's so important. The balance. You could get us. One thing I think about, when it comes to the specialization, which I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of both, to be honest. Of a balance, like we talked about. But it gives you the opportunity to have that self-awareness, to get to know yourself. This is what I do. This is what I'm good at. This is what I have to offer. That could be, it's monetizable. And there is a need for it. Of course, you got to do the research. You don't want to just put anything out there and there's no need for it. That ain't gonna work. Good luck. But getting to know yourself more and what you have to offer, that definitely takes that self-reflection. But it's great. It's a great opportunity to get the self-reflection and to have a confidence with what you do, and know that you have something value to offer. That kind of sound like, no, you don't, but no, you have something to offer. You caught that?
I did. That's punning.
Punning. Stop punning. No. But it's so important. So yeah, I love it with the balance. But as far as with specialization, that's a good thing about specialization. You get a chance to know yourself more. And then it depends on the person. Some people don't care about knowing what you do and what you're good at. Some people just want to put something out and make money. Hey, good luck. That's great. I know for me, I want to do something and make money, but also have value. I want to give value. I want to leave a legacy.
The legacy part. So there's that where specialization helps with the legacy part. What are you known for? That's about you. So you need to have a specialty, right? If you want to be known for something. What are you known for? Your specialty. Otherwise, I'm known for not having a specialty. Yeah, you and 9 billion other people. So you need to have your specialty. What's your specialty? I was talking to my wife. She's wanting to get into her own little business. And I was like, well, look at other people doing that. And so then she was starting to name off names of well, this person's the so-and-so person. And this one's the so-and-so person. And it's like, well, that those are their little specialties. They specialize in those little so-and-sos. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Although one could argue that the specialty is the niche.
Oh, you're going there.
I had to drop that in.
Oh, dude, totally. That's very interesting. Especially
that's part of the balance. That's part of that balance.
Part of that balance, but especially we hear opposing sides, but if you really think about it, yeah, there could be overlap. In my opinion, there is overlap at times, and people may not realize it.
Yeah, it's meshing and interconnectability. Also, and it's not. I don't think it's any one thing necessarily. That's part of the wonderfulness of this balance.
Yeah, totally. But I'm glad we're talking about this today, because it is. I know it's been on your mind, but it's been on my mind as well. Especially as we're transitioning and we're pivoting, we're navigating the quarter four's coming, and
and all that stuff,
that jazz, all that jazz.
Part of what I'm seeing is how also your specialization is kind of the overlying, and the niches are the specifics of your specialization. So that would be the example of, the handstand guy, but then he's the handstand guy for retired military or retired athletes. He's the handstand guy for working mothers. He's the handstand guy for new yoga people. He's the, it's you could niche down to anything you wanted at any point in time and not be stuck there.
Options.
Well, there's that where I was struggling, stuck there.
Yeah.
I niche down, I'm stuck there. Everything I do has to be about that.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's just a theme. That's a
Yeah.
theme of your specialization. That's the way you talk to them about
Yeah.
you in a way that they'll listen, actually, because really it's not about you. It's about what you have for them.
Right.
That's
Right.
what your specialization is, what you have for them.
Right. What you
It's
have for them, how you
still
serve them.
still orientated on focusing on spotlights on you versus niche, which are the spotlights on them. Again, not good and bad, not right and wrong, not better and worse, just aware.
Right.
Oh, that's how it's working. Okay, so I want to put them like this for what I'm doing.
Right.
Oh, I'm doing something different now. All right, let me switch that up and do it this way.
Right.
That freed me up.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It's in I love it. I know for me, Monty, it forces me. I don't even know if I want to say forces, because when I look at it in that perspective, the niches and the specializations, it helps me. That's the word. It helps me to be able to be more mindful of them. Because as you're doing your business, it's easy to focus on the things you got to do the day in and day out, as opposed to saying, how can I serve my client? How can I help them? How can I support them? I know where they're at right now, and I know this is the part of the journey, and this is this specific niche, and I know what I do. I'm confident in what I do. So how can I let that radiate more today, or this week, or this quarter, in this specific niche? If I say niche with it,
And that can reverse the other way too.
Hmm.
So I need to figure out, oh my gosh, I have half the time I used to have. I need to take care of my mom suddenly. I have to become a carer. And half of my time is now devoted to doing that. So how do I maintain my business when I don't have I have half the amount of time now? Well, let me look
Yeah.
at my specialization. I'm the handstand guy. Teach anybody. Okay, I don't have time to teach anybody because these people I don't earn enough money when I teach them, or it
Right.
takes me more time to teach them. I need to teach the people that learn quicker
Yeah.
because that's what's going to fit into my schedule.
Or listen faster.
Or yeah, but
Yeah.
you're identifying the traits of they
Right.
pay more money, they're fat, they're closer, I don't have to travel as far. I mean, there could be any number of reasons. But
Right.
suddenly you are analyzing the situation in a different light. It's who can I, sometimes you're looking at that of who can I help the most, who has the most money. You're looking at it in that business sense of return on investment. But
Right.
I'm really keen on looking at these things to help me guide my life decisions, my business
Right.
life balance decisions.
Yeah. That's solid, man. That's solid. I love and appreciate the opportunity for the self-reflection, and to be in touch with it, because in the business world, things can go so fast, and it's so easy to get out of touch. Even if you have great intentions, it's easy to be out of touch.
Oh, absolutely. It's easy to become burned out on something
Right.
that was wonderful.
Right. Man, this is
Yes,
good.
indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Well, we could probably wrap that up with a nice keep it simple summary.
I like it. I like it. You want to go first? You want to take a crack at it? You want me to?
I'll let you go first. I've been yickety
All right.
yakking the whole time.
No, all good. No, it's good conversation. And you got niches and you got specializations. You might have heard one or the other, or you might have heard just one side of it. We talked about it. Niches. It's kind of like I mentioned. I read it in a blog, actually. It's like being that part of the ocean, or a certain segment. And then you have specialization. It's more focused on you, what you do, what you bring to the table. As long as you want to make sure that there's a market out there in which you can serve people. That's something to think about. Which one resonates with you the most? Is it a balance? Is it a combination? the balance is something to consider. But the whole topic is important.
Yeah. And the balance, that's part of being aware, because there's a balance.
Right.
Whether the balance is 0, 100, or 100 and 0, or 50, 50, you don't know it. If you don't know it, you don't know it.
Yeah.
So being aware, and then having the like you said, options, having the power to decide something rather than feel like you're being funneled into it. So the keep it simple part of it is the specialization is about you. It's your uniqueness. What do you do? And how does it help niches? You don't need to define a niche. The power of the niche is who I'm talking to. For some, it's one niche all the time for the rest of forever, and it works for them because it works for them for whatever reason. There's a bunch of different reasons it could work for them, and there's the beauty of it. If you choose a niche and start talking to it, maybe it will become the one. Maybe it was the right one. Maybe you'll decide, hey, now I'm going to talk to this niche. Next month, it's this topic.
Yeah. And you have options with that too. You could do the month, you could do 90 days. Some people may want longer, but you have
But it could be forever.
Right.
It
Like you
depends on
mentioned earlier.
how you feel and they feel.
Right. But you got options.
Balance.
You know what I hear in this is when you get the good coaching program, Monty, is that you have permission to choose.
Absolutely.
Let this episode give you permission. I love that.
The choice is yours.
Hey, that's a song. I wish I had my
tagline
music
from a cartoon. But
I wish I had my music cued. It's a
of
hip hop
I don't
song. That's a song. You could get with this or you could get with that. But yeah. Wish I had my music cued. Well, I think that's about it, Monty.
Yeah, that was great getting that out there. It's what we've been kind of discussing over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And it's really helping us move forward in that, how are we going to read? How are we going to not redefine, but how are we going to more define what we're doing and take that imperfect action with intent and intentfully make it closer to perfect.
Yeah. Hey, I love that. I love that. And you can't beat that with a bat. Woo, we like that rhyme. Anyway. Monty, if someone needs to learn more about this and learn about understanding their ideal client or just even understanding, just understanding how to have an ideal map of what it's about, where can they go?
They want to learn more about the topic, see what all this ideal client avatar talk is about. You can go to montyarmstrong.com and see the breakdown, see what I'm all about.
The breakdown. I was on my ideal client map earlier today, actually, this morning. Hey.
There you go. Mapping it out.
I was mapping it. I was mapping it out. I was.
Well, if someone is interested in gaining more presence, either in front of the camera, on a stage, maybe just one-on-one with their boss.
Ooh.
But they need some tips. They need a little bit of extra help. Who could they turn to? Where could they go?
Did you know that is my specialty, by the way?
Well, there you are.
Presence. You can go to carlaleen.com if you want to strengthen up in your presence, if you want to level up in your presence. And just like what Monty said, I love doing it. I love drawing the greatness out in people and letting them connect the dots. That's what we do.
And your specialty doesn't matter. You can be a coach, you can be a speaker, you can be a course creator, you can be a corporate employee, you can be
small business owner, actor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in my niche this season is going to be introverted small business owners.
going to be speaking more specifically and directly toward the introverted small business owners that are out there feeling like, man, this whole playing field set up for all these extroverted people.
Mm-hmm. It's meant for you too. So, and plus, it's just like me. Boom!
Or as I say, bam!
Right? All right, everyone. Take care. Enjoy your week. You've been watching Get Found and Be Seen. Have a great week. Take care. Maestro, cue the music.
Get